town or district. Actually, when we were now transiting coming here, I told my staff that I want to go and eat Chilemba wanchiche. What do they call it? The Chilemba, the one that is getting ready. But how do they say? Muchiche. Yeah. So I said, I should go and eat Chilemba Muchiche. Yeah. As a signature for this town. We are not in doubt that obviously in terms of agriculture, Mbala will definitely continue to make the country proud by recording another bumper harvest. But over and above that, I think you are equally privileged because you have the entire outfit in terms of security wings, and I think each of them are contributing positively in terms of the work, the specialized work that they're doing in the district. It's sad to learn that you're recording numbers up to 303 in terms of COVID. But I think what is gratifying is that the number of deaths in terms of percentage is still something that you can say God has been very gracious. Of course, losing even one person is a disaster, but I can just imagine if we lost more, looking at the numbers that were recorded so far. Even at national level, it looks like the picture is the same. We've had high numbers, especially when the situation just started. Then we had the drop, and I think it was encouraging, hoping that it will go away when the second wave came. But His Excellency the President has continued to encourage a multi-sectoral approach in the fight against COVID, and I think it is yielding results. Looking at the ratios in comparison to other jurisdictions, I think the numbers in certain countries are very alarming in terms of the death rate. For us, we have to continue, of course, putting effort and also trusting God that the situation remains the way it is, if not get better, in terms of people succumbing to COVID-19. I've taken note of the concerns you have raised, the police, the need for transport, the need for proper accommodation. Of course, when you talk about security, we are equally concerned, because one of the challenges as a sector that we are facing are issues to do with vandalism. We are putting in place infrastructure at a high cost, obviously for us to enable ourselves through utility companies to provide a service to our people in terms of water supply and sanitation. But if that infrastructure is not really protected, it undermines the efforts that government is putting in place. So I've taken note, and I think through our counterpart, the Minister of Home Affairs, will continue to encourage. I know that there is an effort. You are seen in other places where, in terms of accommodation, new housing units have been built. I don't think Mbala would be left out in that drive. Same applies to other security wings. Coming to basically the main purpose for which we are here, Mbala is more or less a success story. I think owing to the fact that historically Mbala is a very well organized district, unlike other districts. Maybe because even from the colonial times, seemingly Mbala was considered more or less like their provincial capital. So most of the who is who within that establishment preferred to settle here. In a way, structured Mbala in a manner that up to today, when it comes to the service that we are providing, it's easier to put up in structure, because I think the structures are more organized or better organized. I think what you have highlighted is gratifying to see that the water supply services have improved in the district. Mbala is one of the beneficiaries of the integrated small towns water supply and sanitation project. We have a contractor here. I'm glad he walked in time. Of course, the cost of the project is the cost of the project is $27 million US. And obviously the beneficiaries, for example, in Kasama, is about 60,000 people expected, for example, to benefit. And we hope that when this project is implemented, it will basically wipe out the deficit that we have in Mbala. The numbers, I think, MD, what are the numbers in terms of beneficiaries in Mbala?
In terms of the beneficiaries, were about 80,000.
80,000 from Mbala. I think that's quite a significant number in relation to this project. So I'm here obviously on a familiarization tour, but for me, fortunately, you are like in football, the one they say a super sub, expected to score within a few minutes that are remaining before the whistle blows. The parliament is dissolving in May, so it's not just for me to learn in terms of what is on the ground, it's to also trigger actionable steps that will achieve results within a short period of time. But I think in Mbala basically is to appreciate the success story that is going on and to encourage Chambeshi, to encourage other stakeholders like the local authority, and also to make sure that the contractor is on point in terms of the progress required in that regard. So we're here, and as you notice, my regard also involves gumboots to just signal that I'm ready to be on the field as quickly as possible. So we were scheduled to be with you into the evening, but I got notification that His Excellency will be in the province. Exactly. So what will happen is that after we conduct tours here and enjoy our Chilemba Muchiche, then I'll go and report in Kasama your hospitality here in Mbala. We may come back tomorrow and spend a night in Mbala. Some of my delegation members will spend a night here, and then others obviously in Purungu, so that we also see what is happening in that regard before we can proceed to other places. So thanks very much for your warm welcome and hospitality, Mr. TC. Thank you.
The other thing about Minister is the equipment that was receiving is a very, very delicate equipment. Maybe what is important is to have maybe our the technicians and engineers to be well versed with the equipment. It was when we had that problem, then we were to get maybe the spare parts from outside this country. And then I don't know if the spare part maybe was to take long, then the district is going to suffer. Maybe there is need for the government to make sure that we have technical engineers trained also to man some of this complicated equipment. So that is my appeal, Honorable Minister.
MD, do you have a comment to that effect?
Yes, it's something that we've discussed with the DSA. The plant is, and the equipment is referring to, is a motor treatment plant. I think it's something that we'll be able to share as we visit. Yes, I'm sure.
Maybe contractor.
Yeah.
You are present here, so all of us want to hear, and I'm sure where are we?
Yeah, for the requirement, I think we last time we talked to the MD, we will follow the client instruction.
Okay.
Yeah, we will conversion.
In terms of progress on the project?
Yeah, for the project, we make the progress already, but I think not much effect the project, but we need to talk to the client.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe just to help one of the minister, there are two components that we are doing in Mbala. The major, of course, is the sanitation, because the Badea had already resolved the water supply. So what government has done is just to compensate on the sanitation component. And we are putting up the ponds at Lucheche, and also distribution network within Mbala, as in the sewer network. And then also we are going to construct 735 waterborne toilets, including the commercial ablution baths. And there is a small component on water, which is New Bull, Zesco compound, as well as the Maraundi. So these places, we've done about 90% of the water distribution. So what is remaining is just small connections, then we've done 100%. For the sanitation, we've done 60% of the rest.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Wow, that's how come Mbala remains an example that we have to use to another process. I think the work very much should be. So Abudisi, I'm ready. I'm at your disposal. Thank you very much.